What the mainstream media was afraid to tell you about the news this week, while the mainstream media was obsessing over President Trump's threat to defund the World Health Organization, here are the things that happened that really matter. In Cincinnati, Ohio, the Hamilton County prosecutor is charging people with felonies for violating social distancing. In Colorado, police arrested a dad for playing t-ball in the park with his kid because social distancing. In California, police arrested a paddleboarder in the ocean all by himself. In Pennsylvania, police cite a woman for going for a drive to get out of her house. Does that make you feel like we are living in a police state? Did the mainstream media question this government abuse of power? No. The mainstream media barely reported on any of these stories. In Ohio, Governor Mike DeWine claims extreme social distancing reduced the projected peak of daily COVID-19 cases from 62,000 per day to 1,600 per day. But the Ohio unmitigated model projects, without mitigation, that peak of 62,000 cases will occur, or rather would have occurred, on March 22nd. But Ohio did not issue their statewide lockdown order until March 23rd. So how can the government lockdowns explain this? But did the mainstream media ask that question? Nope. They did not say a word about the serious data discrepancy. 1 in 10 American workers has now lost their job thanks to the government lockdowns. That brings the grand total to over 16 million Americans who have filed for unemployment in the past 3 weeks alone. In addition, the global anti-poverty group Oxfam says 500 million more people worldwide could be thrown into poverty thanks to the government lockdowns. Meanwhile, Dr. Fauci says the economic collapse that comes hand in hand with government-mandated shutdowns is just inconvenient. But did the mainstream media report on the reality of how this impending economic doom will impact and ruin people's lives? Nope, because the mainstream media is still earning their paycheck while others suffer. A new German study found 14% of residents tested had antibodies for COVID-19, even though only 2% of people currently had the active virus. When the researchers eliminated the overlap between the two, they found that 15% of the residents in the German town of Gangelt, the epicenter of the outbreak in Germany, were infected, which could mean the incidence rate of the virus is much higher than previously reported. But did the mainstream media report on this? Nope. The Murray prediction model, also known as the IHME model, the model whose data the White House is relying on to inform their political policy, according to Dr. Birx, has been wrong in every one of their predictions so far. And the IHME model took extreme social distancing into account in all of their predictions, and they've still been wrong. After initially revising death projections from 93,000 on April 1st to 81,000 on April 5th, the model then dropped the projected deaths all the way down to 60,000. This is over 30,000 fewer deaths than they were projecting just a few days ago. But did the mainstream media report on how inaccurate every prediction has been from this model that's being used to build our political response? Nope. The mainstream media refuses to question the projection models. The mainstream media doesn't care to report any of that to you, so we will.